Yo, what's up, guys? This is our very first episode of Shooting Fadeaways. I'm your host, Peter,
And my name is Timmy.
and we are pretty much here just to talk to you guys about basketball. Mainly the NBA, though, just because Timmy doesn't really follow anything else but the NBA.
I mean, I followed all those other sports like the NFL, but basketball is my favorite sport, and I'm not a big fan of college ball just because they're not quite at the NBA level.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference between me and you. I love college basketball and I love NBA. I love the prospect that are going to the NBA, especially when you're getting ready for fantasy. Everyone loves basketball fantasy. Well, I wouldn't say everyone, but pretty much me and my friends, we all love NBA fantasy. I mean, the fact that there's money involved, it just makes it even better.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, let's introduce ourselves, man. Why do you love the NBA, or should I say, why do you love basketball?
I just grew up being surrounded by basketball. I mean, I would go to school with you, and then after school, you'd always go hoop. And then I was just there, and then eventually it just grew on to me. And then I wanted to get good, and then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is a true fact, though. Me and Timmy did go to school together, but that was like back in elementary.
Yeah, way back in elementary.
Yeah, so like a fact about us is that I'm actually his uncle. We're only 5 years apart, though. Man, it's like it's an Asian thing, man. Like
Yeah,
you probably have uncles that are younger than you, so.
for sure.
But
Or even a
yeah,
grandma.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, but anyways, well, for me, like I grew up with basketball since I would say maybe when I was four. My dad and brother bought me a basketball, and I just pretty much never let it go. It's kind of funny. I actually still have it in our garage right now. So
Yeah.
it's that orange Spalding, no grip on it. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. They just gave me a basketball, and I just fell in love with the sport. I joined my first basketball team, I think third grade, fourth grade, around there, and yeah, I just loved it even more. And I'd always play before and after school. I didn't care. I actually, surprisingly, as much as I hated school, even back then, I actually went to school super early so I could shoot some hoops.
Oh, yep.
Yep. And Timmy would always tag along. It was just pretty much me, Timmy, and then a couple of our friends, or actually my
His
friends.
friends, yeah,
Yeah,
his friends.
because his friends, they were all into like some weird stuff. I don't know what they're into, but they were all in like kindergarten, first grade. So
Yeah, man, we were all about playing tag and stuff.
that tag life. But yeah, yeah. So let's get started with this. I mean, let me know who your favorite player is.
My favorite player is probably Allen Iverson. I didn't start watching basketball till like the later 2000s, so Michael Jordan wasn't really that guy for me. And Allen Iverson, he made a name for himself. He made a name for the short people, and I wanted to be because I was short. I wanted to be
He's still short.
I wanted to be like Allen Iverson. I
Yeah.
mean, I also like Carmelo Anthony and Tracy McGrady.
Oh man, don't even get started. This guy is on Melo's dick.
What?
He's
Mellow for
on Melo's.
life. Stay
He's on
mellow.
Melo's dick.
Stay mellow, man.
But yeah,
Somebody needs to sign him.
yeah. I mean, Allen Iverson. He was a great. I did love the guy. He was also one of my favorite players. But I am older than him, and mine goes just a little back. And I would say, besides Michael Jordan, I mean, everyone loves Michael Jordan, right? I mean, don't you agree?
Yep, for sure.
Like, who doesn't love Michael Jordan? But we're actually from the
LeBron
Seattle
fans.
area, though. So I grew up with the Sonics. I mean, Jordan did destroy us
Yeah.
in the finals, but hey, it was still a great finals. I mean, I love the '90s basketball. But yeah, I would say my favorite basketball player would be Gary Payton. I mean,
Gary Payton.
yeah, I mean, I love Gary Payton. You can't go. I mean, he was the number two pick when we drafted him, and he pretty much, I don't know, he was a point guard. Like I've always wanted to play point guard, but I couldn't. I was always a small forward or power forward when I played.
Yeah.
But I mean, Gary Payton. I mean, his defense. His defense was on point. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year, the only point guard, only point guard. So, I mean, you
Wow.
can't beat that. But like I said, MJ is up on top, obviously, but I'm a Sonics fan at first, so pretty much any Sonics player that's on there, I'm gonna go with them. And Gary Payton, obviously Sean Kemp.
Oh, yeah.
As the years grew on, as I understood, played more basketball,
Uh-huh.
which was like early 2000. Um, I don't know. It's kind of rough, but
Ray Allen?
I mean, yeah, I love Ray Allen. I love
Brent
Ray
Barry?
Allen. Yeah, not Brent Barry. He was good. He was good, but damn,
He was a
he was
shooter.
the white guy that shot the ball. You know,
Yeah.
true fact. The white guys can't shoot. No. I mean, yes, definitely Ray Allen. Definitely Ray Allen.
Yeah, definitely.
Was on there. I was disappointed though when we traded Gary Payton.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got Ray Allen. Ray Allen, he's a great player, man. Like probably best shooter. Yeah, best shooter.
Best shooter?
Best shooter. I mean, he's a pure shooter. I would say, you know, like he has the perfect form, and I mean, at the All-Star game this past weekend, his age showed. He couldn't make anything, but it was still great though. It was
I
still
mean,
great.
he was good at the celebrity game.
Yeah, the celebrity game he did good.
He was
I mean,
stroking.
yeah, the 4 point line.
Yeah.
He was killing it on that. But during the All Star, he was invited to be in the 3 point contest with a couple of other legends. But he didn't make anything from his rack.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of funny though. But hey, I love Ray Allen.
He was
you
looking
know.
like Paul George from last year.
Yeah,
him brick.
definitely. But yeah, anyways, yeah, All Star Weekend was just this past weekend. It was interesting. I would say I didn't like it. I mean, it was, to be honest, it was kind of boring. There's really nothing exciting except for the 3 point contest.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually pretty good. Joe Harris killing it. Who was a surprise? I mean, like everybody said, why should he be in the shooting contest? You know, he beat Steph Curry.
Yeah, he did beat Steph. Steph was pulling though. He almost that last rack.
Oh,
If he did,
yeah.
if he made all of his shots, I think that would have been tied. I couldn't remember, but it was a good 3 point contest. I wished, I wasn't even sure. Clay wasn't even on there. I wish Clay was on there.
Yeah, Clay.
That would have been nice. But it was good to see the Curry brothers though go at it at their hometown too, Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. Disappointed though in
Seth Curry.
yeah.
Come on, Steph.
Yeah, man, he kind of it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't.
Same with Damon Lillard. He was disappointing.
Yeah, I was surprised too because he's been stroking it this year, so I
Yeah.
was surprised. But yeah, yeah, pretty much that was it for the All Star Weekend for me. You know, I didn't really the dunk contest. Look, we're not even gonna talk about the dunk contest.
Really?
That
It
just sucked. Nope, we're just gonna go on from.
It
Nope.
wasn't that bad.
Nah, dunk contest sucked. We're gonna go on from there. The only good thing about the dunk contest was J. Cole almost made a dunk. That was like probably the highlight of the
Yeah, he
weekend. For
didn't
me.
even warm up. He just went straight to it,
Yep.
and he almost did it.
It's a cold world. But yeah, well, other than that, I mean, Friday's game, the Rising Star, was pretty good. I mean, I was really hyped to see Luka Doncic play. You know, I mean, everyone's pretty much been talking about him.
Oh, yeah.
He's Rookie of the Year. Don't you agree, man?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
By a mile. Like, I don't think DeAndre Ayton's been playing pretty good, but it's just not there.
Yeah, it's not there, and he did get hurt, and obviously we know this because we follow basketball, but also he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's hurt me there. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I like the new setup. I mean, they did it the past 2 years now. The Rising Star of USA versus the world, which I think is great. You know,
Yeah.
it's great seeing other people from different countries, you know, just team up and just play. And the fact that they're all young guys too. So they're all young.
Yep.
Yeah, they're rookies and sophomores. So
Yeah.
which it used to be called the rookies versus sophomore, which I'm kind of glad they took that out and made USA versus the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was great seeing like Luca team up with DeAndre Ayton, which
Oh,
you know they're they're pretty much the top of their class, I would say. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the highlight for me. I mean Kyle Kuzma, he was dropping numbers though, 35 points.
Kuzma was nice. I saw Jaren Jackson make a couple shots.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson was doing pretty good. I mean, I think the player, if the world won though, it would have been Ben Simmons as MVP. I mean, he was doing hot, dropping I believe 28 points or 25. I can't remember that, but he was dropping numbers and he had 6 assists. I mean, he wasn't shooting no threes though. I can tell you that. He cannot shoot.
That was his best time to practice, man.
I know. I was expecting him to jack up a bunch of threes, but he didn't.
For his girl too.
Oh god, we ain't going there. We ain't promoting them. We ain't getting paid. But yeah, other than that, All Star was whack. It was whack. I mean, dunk contest sucked. The Taco Bell skill challenge, it was okay. It was kind of exciting though. Jason Tatum made that half court shot to win it.
Shot to win it, man.
Yeah, so
that was crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good, but that was the only thing that was pretty good actually. There was only like 2 big men playing. I was kind of hoping there would be multiple, like maybe Embiid joining or something like that, but he didn't. He
would have got hurt.
Yeah, he would have got hurt. That would have sucked for fantasy because he's killing it.
Yeah, it would help me out.
But yeah, anyways, then Sunday, Team Giannis versus Team LeBron. I mean, we already know the score, but who did you have winning though?
Giannis.
Yeah, same here, Giannis. You know,
Or at least I was rooting for him.
yeah, I was rooting for him. Yeah, like to be honest, current NBA favorite player for me would be Giannis and Devin Booker. So obviously I was going for Giannis. I mean, Devin Booker was not in the All-Star. To be honest, it's just his team sucks, so they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Team Giannis. We were hoping they would pull out and win, but they choked, man. The very last. I mean,
Yeah.
they blew a 20-point lead. I mean, it was 178 to 164.
I mean, Damian Lillard went back-to-back threes.
Yeah, Lillard. Yeah, Lillard. That bench, LeBron's bench helped a lot.
Yep.
And then pretty much at the end, KD took over. LeBron didn't do anything. Obviously he didn't. I mean, he actually made a step back 3 towards the end, but that was nothing. I mean, it was nothing.
Yeah. We just wanted to see that Wade and LeBron combo.
Yeah, I think everyone did. You know, Wade's last ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, KD, MVP, 31 points. 31 points, KD. I mean, I'm not really surprised. He's with LeBron, you know.
Yeah.
So it's his first pick, so he deserves it. And he was dropping numbers. I mean, that last 5 minutes though, he was draining those shots. So you got to give it to him.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, as much people hate on him, I think guys still. I mean, I love him. I mean, obviously, you guys know why, as mentioned earlier. I'm a Sonics fan. We drafted him.
Yep.
We, as in Seattle Sonics, drafted Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So I mean,
He played for us.
Yeah, he played for us. They came back. The Warriors actually played in October, I believe. I couldn't remember when. I couldn't make it to the game though, but it was a preseason game. It was great to see him play at Key Arena, you know, one last time before they tear it down.
Sure, man, sure.
But yeah, you know, All-Star weekend. Out of, you know, one, I mean, I don't know what to say. I said it. It just sucks. From a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
Probably about a 7.
7. Damn, that's kind of high. I got to give it a 3. I'm kind of brutal with that.
I mean, I saw some crazy stuff like that Steph Curry bounce pass to Giannis.
Oh, okay. We definitely got to talk about that. Yes, that was insane. To be honest, I thought it was going to. I think so. Embiid passed it to Curry, but I didn't see Giannis, and I thought it was going back to Embiid. But Giannis was already by the rim, and he had no running start. He just straight up jumped.
He went to the moon.
Yeah, that's what we call a vertical.
That's why he's a freak.
Yeah, the Greek freak, you know.
Greek freak.
I still can't say his last name, but it's Giannis.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo. Yeah,
I mean, we hear it all the time on ESPN, TNT. You know, it's still hard to say. This seems kind of a little short, but we're actually still not done yet. So, I mean, this is pretty much how our podcast is going to be. we're just gonna just talk about basketball. What's going on through the week and stuff like that.
Right, right.
We started our podcast late. It's pretty much only 30 games left into the season, but it's better to be late than sorry.
Better be late than never.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, what we also wanted to talk to you guys about, or just talk about in general, is basketball fantasy. Everyone talks about NFL, the football, the football fantasy,
Yeah.
which is definitely fun. I mean, we do it with our group of friends, but to be honest, there's really no excitement to it, because football is you play once a week. A team plays once a week, so it's kind of hard to like be on it every day because you technically don't need to. You wait till Thursday morning and you can just edit everything.
Yep, yep.
And you'll be fine. But with basketball, one thing I love about it, it's an everyday thing. You're so active, as in like you can edit your roster for the week, but he could be a certain player could be playing 4 games, and all of a sudden he could get hurt in the second game, and now you got to change your roster. You got to do all of that. That's just so it just makes it more fun. I think being more active, obviously, pretty much with anything, is a lot better than sitting around waiting for stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because in football, you know, the waiver week is like doesn't start till like Wednesday or so, and so you kind of just do that, and then you set your lineup, and it's kind of pretty much good to go. But in basketball, you just
that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, like we love fantasy football too. We still play it.
yeah.
But we're just saying that, as in like being a fantasy owner, you kind of want to be a little bit more active, as in constantly checking the stats of things. Because once a player in football, once they play, you see their stat, and then you're gonna see if they're injured or not.
Mm-hmm.
Or like after Sunday, you pretty much know. But with basketball, you really don't know. I mean, there's 82 games in a season, so like for me, I always get hit with injuries for some reason during December through like February. It sucks, but that's part of fantasy, and that's the thing I love about it. Like I'm just so your emotional roller coaster ride right there. It just goes up and down, And this year I was number 1, and I dropped to number 4. We were playing and there's 8 owners, so there's pretty much 8 teams, and I dropped to number 4, which sucks, but to be honest, I got really lucky because most of the guys weren't too active, as in they didn't play all their games, as in our basketball fantasy is kind of set up where there's a certain amount of games you can play within a week, if that's how you want to do it, and we have 30 games, so we have a 15-man roster for your team, and you have 30 games to make, so which is pretty easy to do. But when you get those injuries, those, let's say 3 to 4 guys, you're pretty much screwed, and that's what.
That's when just knowing basketball and are getting those deep waiver picks.
Oh yes, the deep waiver picks. So you do get screwed with injuries a lot. You can get screwed with people not paying attention to their fantasy, which I pretty much I am the commissioner of our league. I try to make it fair as possible. I try to get everyone active, but you can only go so far.
Yep, yeah.
But yeah, I mean fantasy, it's fun. I think everyone should do it. I mean, you don't even have to do it for money. I mean, it's definitely just fun because you'll pay attention a lot more to basketball. We got a buddy in there in our league that didn't know anything about basketball, really. I mean, he knew how to play basketball and all that stuff, but as in paying attention to certain players, he got more active. He's checking stats, checking highlights, and all that stuff, which is great because you're doing your research,
Yep.
So that definitely makes it fun.
Yeah, you get to know the players. I mean, like, sometimes you don't know who this guy is, or shit, I don't know what I want to say.
All right, sorry guys. He had a brain fart.
Brain fart, yeah.
Brain fart. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what we're gonna be talking about most of the time. Is just basketball, what's going currently on in the week. I mentioned that earlier. Sorry for repeating myself, but this is the first time doing a
Yeah,
podcast.
first time.
I don't want to go back on what I said. But yeah, so we just talk about basketball, pretty much what's going on through the week, what's pretty much the hot story with basketball, mainly NBA. We're not sure about college. I mean, like we said, Timmy doesn't follow college. I mean, I definitely do. I do love college basketball. UW should be ranked. I'm gonna say that again. UW should be ranked.
Who?
But yeah, anyways, yeah, and then towards the end, we'll just talk about fantasy. Like who you should pick up. I mean, who should you be playing?
Right.
Well, this is just our personal opinion, based on what we know, what about our knowledge of basketball, and
And we also run a points league, kind of like football. So it's not like I know some people run fantasy basketball as a just stats. So you wanna beat number one in points or assists and steals and blocks, free throw percentages. So
that's true.
yeah.
Yep.
So we play it a little bit different, but
Yeah, you can set it up any way you want to. I mean, this just makes it fun for us. It is for fun. I mean, there is money involved. It just makes it more exciting. But yeah, you can set it up any way you want to. I mean, it's really that easy. We use the ESPN fantasy app. We did have some people complain about it, but I'm not gonna say any names. But yeah, definitely give it a shot. And if you guys want to join our league, just let us know.
yeah,
We're
let
always
us know.
down. It is kind of pricey for certain people. It is kind of pricey. We do so pretty much. I'll explain this. So it's $100 buy-in to play for the year, which is a 20-week league. So $100 for 20 weeks is not too bad. So there's 8 of us in it. Actually, there's 7 of us. We actually have an account that I run. I have 2 accounts that I run, and we call that the burner account. The joke, as in the burner account of the whole KD burner account thing. That's the joke of it. And so that account, how we set it up is that if that account wins the whole league, all the money that's in the pot will be transferred to next year, and you have to buy in again to win that pot, which kind of makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
We just started this year doing that, so it's new. We're gonna see how that goes, and also our waiver wire, or should I say free agent. Anybody that picks up anybody from free agent pool or the waiver will cost them $5. So it just makes it a little bit more interesting. We've had some trouble in the past. Like I said, it's not a perfect league, but it's still fun. You just gotta pick and choose of like what you want to put into this league. So it's pretty much just get with your friends, talk to them about it, and just go on from there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Man, he had another brain fart, guys. He's choking, man.
Choking.
He was choking.
No such thing as choking.
Every time he gets on the mic, he chokes. I don't know why, but
They call me LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Pull the Lance Stevenson, the choke in Indiana. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, appreciate everyone listening to this podcast.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
We know it's kind of short, but we're just getting started. Definitely release some more content. We're just trying to figure things out. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. This is Shooting Fadeaways. Actually, the reason we're called Shooting Fadeaways is because we were trying to think of a name that represents us together. And me and Timmy, we love to shoot. I kind of grew out of shooting. I've been more of a inside driving kind of guy. But one of my favorite moves is just shooting fadeaways. And Timmy, he just loves to shoot like jumpers all the time. Nothing wrong, I mean, it's a shoot or shoot, right?
Shoot or shoot.
Yep. And so we're like, hey, let's just combine it, shooting fadeaways. So that's how we got the name. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we will hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will definitely release another episode. Got anything else to say, Timmy?
Stay mellow. Bring back the Sonics.
Mellow's whack, but yes, bring back the Sonics.